live.
Hey!
Hello all and welcome back to the Invictus stream. It is INVICTUSCON 2022. More rounds of applause, please.
Oh, yes.
That's right. My name is always Mr. Harlan Guthrie, and I am here once again joined by the lovely and talented Miss Joe Fallak.
Whoa!
We are joined once again by one of my favorite people, Mr. James Schwartz.
Hello, everybody.
Of course, we wouldn't be here tonight without one of our original crew, Mr. Justin Thomas James.
Yeah.
Of course, we are here with Mr. Jack. I was gonna say Jack Diobald. Jack Page
no.
himself, Mr. Rob Diobald.
Hey, how's it going?
And of course, we're here with the one and only my brother, Mr. Alex Guthrie.
Whoa!
There's no clapping for you. And of course, we are here with the talented and hilarious Erika. And we are here with the INVICTUSCON 2022 opening night game, the All-Star Game. Dun, 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 dun,
Hey
dun,
now,
dun,
you're an
dun.
all-star.
I'm dribbling.
Get your
I'm
game
dribbling
on.
so many
Yeah.
basketballs
Everyone
right
get
now.
out here and then shoot at the hoops. And
Nothing but nets.
I was gonna do a thing where I had like a basketball that came over. Okay, all right, there you go.
Dun,
Pretend
dun,
it's a
dun, dun,
basketball
dun,
and then
dun,
it's
Whoa!
Nailed it.
So
Impressive.
Everyone put on your jerseys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight with a game that we haven't played before on stream, but a game that definitely seems up our alley. It is a game called Lasers and Feelings. Normally it frames the whole thing, so there we can just do that. Lasers and Feelings. I mentioned it at the beginning. It is a game by John Harper. It is a very simple system. You can download it from his website, probably. I'm not here to shill for fucking John Harper. But you can check it out wherever you check out games. He's not paying me enough to do it. Tonight is going to be a fun little excursion in space. But before we get there, a little bit about how to play this game. It's a very simple game. You choose a character style, an alien, a robot, something like that. You pick a role, whether you're the doctor or the envoy. You can be pretty much anybody but the captain. For the captain is ill. For some reason, the captain is in his bunk, in the med bay, up at the front of the ship, kind of sequestered from everyone else. Then you got to think of a cool space name and a cool kind of character concept and all that kind of shit. And then you have a character goal, and then we run through a little adventure. And in terms of the mechanics, all you need to do as a player, or in this case as a person watching, if you're interested in learning, is you pick a number between 2 and 5. This game uses D6s. If you are a character that wants to play someone a little bit more feeling in the title of Lasers and Feelings, aka someone who's maybe going to lean more on the passionate side or the charismatic side, then you're going to want to pick a low number because of the system. If you're, yes, that's a die, Alex. I appreciate that he shows the little examples.
I'm just showing my Dragon Con die or whatever it's called.
Ah!
2016. Oh my god.
If you are somebody who wants to play a science-y person, aka focusing on the laser side of things, you know, reason and whatnot, then you want to pick a higher number. And whatever number you land on, it's going to be the same for both. So let's say you picked a 2 because you want to be a more empathetic character. So 2 becomes your target number. Well, anytime you're doing something, whether it be on the sciencey laser side or on the feeling side, you're still going to be aiming for your target number of 2 to either succeed or fail, which means if you are on the onset making a character that's more akin to feeling, you're going to succeed at it more often. Because when you roll something, if you get over your number, if you're rolling for feelings, you want to get over your number. If you're rolling for lasers, you want to get under your number. Erica's eyes are very wide.
All very confusing.
I need to make like a little.
It's great. I'm going to guide you through it. It's going to be super, super simple. I only wanted to give the brief overview for people who might have heard it before and want to refresh.
Pick a number from 2 to 5. That's the only stat.
That's all you really need to worry about right now. Beyond that, however many successes you get, whether you're aiming over your number or under your number, based on whether it's lasers or feelings, dictates how well you do. If you get 0 successes, you fail. If you get 1 success, you do it, but with a little bit of a bad time. If you get 2 successes, you do it perfectly well. And if you get 3, you get to ask me a question based on what you're doing. It could be like, oh, how is this person really feeling? Who's behind all of this? How can I get to them? What should I be looking for? Etc., etc., etc. And additionally, as players, you can help someone else by giving them another die. It's straightforward. It's very similar to End of the World. I think we're going to have a good time doing it. But before we get to that, who's going to be playing this game? Let's start off with Alex. Alex, who are we on our ship with today?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Tonight, you will meet Dr. Richter. Dr. Richter is a doctor, a medical doctor. Dr. Richter is a cowboy, baby, and be wild. I am crazy, and I want to go on an adventure, baby. Yeah, the doctor is in the house. Hey.
I feel like I have deja vu right now. Has he played this character before? I really
No, I
think he has.
haven't. The doctor is in the
It
house,
feels
man.
so familiar. I'm having the strongest deja vu. But you know what? Let's do a round for him.
This is great.
Alex is nothing if not always trying.
I foresee no problems with this.
Yeah, this is great. We're definitely going to be fine. Justin, who are we seeing tonight?
Tonight I'm Charles. A 110-plus-year-old car salesman. Well, that was back in the 30s. I was a soldier once. I fought lots of people from the lands of Richter, and I'm in my bathrobe.
Okay. Wasn't sure you were going to end there. I wanted to give it up.
What's your number?
Erica, who are we seeing tonight on the ship?
I went for a weird abstract concept.
Yes.
Jensa Paller is going to be the name of our interior design engineer.
Heck
Because
yes.
the second you said the med bay was up at the front of the ship, I just got this weird feeling of why would we put the most injured people at the front where they would get hit, but it's 3D, right? They're in space. I gotta get shot from the front, so it makes sense maybe to put them in the front where they'd escape the fastest because they'd be at the front of the ship. So that's what I'm gonna be bringing to this game. I'm gonna be bringing smart, common sense designs to help everyone in future ships, should this one not make it.
I love it.
Into it.
What was the name again, though? Jess or something?
Jensa Paller.
Jensa.
Paller.
Perfect. Jensa Paller. All right, Rob, lay it on us.
I'm playing Shop Steward. He's a hotshot envoy from the Universal Union of Henchmen, Goons, and Red Shirts, and he is here to make sure management gets what's coming to him. My number
Stewart?
is 3. Shop Steward, but he's an uncle, I'm sure.
Future uncle. James, who are you playing tonight?
Tonight I shall be playing Beanie Braggers. Beanie Braggers is a sexy engineer. He's wearing a slouchy toque, an extremely curly mustache. He has a crisp button-up shirt that always has at least the top 3 buttons open. That is tucked into a skin-tight pair of leather pants, and that ends in a pair of black suede pumps.
Nice.
That's epic.
And finally, Joe, who are you playing tonight?
Oh, me?
Oh, you.
Oh, me?
Oh, you.
I'm playing an alien, the Dequois species. My home world is Utah, and no relation.
There's
My
only so many
name,
syllables in the universe.
No relation.
no relation.
That's good.
My name is Podarian. Sorry, that's Podarian. I'm about 3 feet tall. I'm covered in short blonde fur, and I'm wearing a smart little lab coat. I am the I'm the ship's scientist, and actually I have a rather high feelings score for a scientist because I study feelings. So I'm really interested in the different people on board and studying their relationships with each other and trying to figure out it's kind of how I can learn more about them and exploit them potentially.
I love it. Great job, everyone.
And Harlan, are you playing or just DM?
I am GMing tonight. That's right. Now, before we start this thing, what is the name of your ship? Let's give a few. I want to hear a little bit about it. Let's not go with the Raptor. That's stupid. I want a new name, something fun.
I liked what Joe was having there.
Yeah, Joe pitched one.
Yeah, I pitched the real thing.
The real
thing.
Real
I
thing.
like
Because
that.
I feel like when
I'm
we're like dimension hopping between worlds and stuff, there are very few things that we know truly as a crew that we can rely on, and the ship is one of those things. The ship is the only real thing.
And what were you going to say,
Sometimes.
Erica?
I like having that as like the official name because I feel like the technical name under it is test number 4. So, good luck, guys.
Test number 4?
We'll do better than the other 3.
I love it. It's so good. So it's the real thing version 4.
Oh, it's
Who knows
so
what
clear
happened
this
the
is the
first
4th crew you picked too, right? Like this is not the first string crew. This is not the 2nd string crew. Charles doesn't even get on the 3rd one.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like I'm not interested in that one. That
what
one's
kind
going to
of
go down.
taxi is this?
Dr.
Cool.
Lictor's
I
been
love it.
stuck in heart surgery for 2 years. I missed the first 5 flights. It's very frustrating. I kept wanting to get out of there, but people kept coming in. I need my heart done. Oh, fine, Dr. Richter. Oh, fine, Dr. Richter. Dr. Richter. Yeah. Come on.
That's Dr. Richter for you.
Did you say you needed heart surgery
Classic
for 2
Dr.
years?
Richter.
Well, back to
The
back.
patients
to
kept
back, you know?
changing, but he didn't leave surgery. That's the
Yeah,
Very dedicated, committed.
He's committed.
So
He's 90% thing. So, perfect. Okay. Without further ado, I have no credits, so let's just do the credits from the bag rat.
Harlan,
Out of
started
fuel.
eating cheese.
Really
Wow.
Chewing.
threw me off with that one.
Out of fuel and in need of repair, your ship, the real thing, has landed at Visicorp Mining Station XK629, a subsidiary of the company that you know so well, Shop Steward number 3. An asteroid floating past the edge of civilized systems. The station was once used to mine and refine ship fuel. For reasons unknown to the wider public, however, Visicorp abandoned operations in a hurry to have forbade entry. Since then, rumors have spread about everything from disease to a haunting. Unfortunately, your current predicament puts you in the perfect place to assess the validity of the rumors, though haste is needed if you are to find the fuel you need so much so you can make it back to the next warp gate. The captain, of course, is in bed, fast asleep, feeling better. The ship sets
Charles.
down in the docking bay.
Charles is also fast asleep in the little loungy area. He's got his head back. He's in his bathrobe. It's come open a little compromisingly, and his head is back and his mouth is open, and the his dentures just keep on falling out.
He's a catch, that's for sure.
Yeah, and the whole crew's just standing there watching.
Yeah. Padarian is taking notes.
You know,
Well, I mean, I think there's got to be bets at this point. How long is this going to go on?
Is it ever?
I have done so many different surgeries. I'm sure I could sneak one in right while he's sleeping. He probably wouldn't notice, and just attach that denture.
Germans! Germans!
So we're
changing
going back
hands.
there.
All right, so who had 9 minutes?
9?
I had
Who are
under.
you? Where's my grandson? Oh,
We're in a gas,
I
Charlie.
grab my cane and I start. Oh, wait! I recognize the little one. Oh, hello there. And I start poking.
Don't let him touch me, please.
Padarian. Oh yes, that's a good little doggy.
All right.
Come here, doggy.
That's enough, Grandpa. Why don't you come down
Damn
to here?
it.
We gotta
Dr.
get some
Richter
gas.
turns around and hands Shop Steward and Beanie Braggers each 5 credits. I guess you're right. He didn't die in his sleep, and he did not sleep for longer than 9 minutes. Fine, you win.
I'm not sure he can die. Honestly, have you seen?
I mean, you heard him asking about his grandson. I'm pretty sure his grandson died of old age.
You think
I mean,
being
a
a
space-
doctor, I'd be able to
a
peg
space
this on the
phenomenon.
eye. Well, what are we doing here? Why have we stopped, anyways? Where's the captain?
I called this meeting for a specific reason. As you well know, the captain is unwell still. Dr. Richter has been unable to ascertain how we will be able to bring him back up to operating capacities. And, well, unfortunately, Charles, we are out of fuel.
But we're not out of treats. I have a Werther's here for you, little doggy.
Ah, thank you. Oh,
Doggy.
I love these.
Listen, just
Where
because
does
I'm a
he get
doctor
them?
doesn't mean I can cure everything, okay? Nobody knows that. Nobody actually knows what's wrong with him. I went in, I looked, he's still breathing, but he won't wake up. I'm sorry.
Oh, it might be the bubonic plague. I remember on my 40th birthday, the plague swept all of Europe. It was a terrible thing.
I envisioned
Grandpa.
Jensa and the shop steward, like kind of off to the side, being the more grounded of the two crew. What are you two doing?
I feel like at this point, I am at least just watching and observing, because I feel like something is about to go very, very wrong very, very soon. And I feel like it's going to be somebody just that little caramel candy. I don't know. My eye's on that. I don't trust that.
As the ship architect, can you tell us a little bit about this little lounge nook and the couch that Charles was just sleeping on? Where did you get that? It was very comfortable.
It was not only very locally sourced by recycled means. Don't smell it. It was at a wonderful bargain and leading the new age of upcycling ships. So you're actually sitting in the remains of the surviving parts of several other ships, brought together to create a brand new superstructure that should hopefully last longer than the others.
You know, it still reminds me of a story. Back in, I think it was when I was in university, I worked with a young man who put
Suddenly the
man
ship
together.
shakes. There's a big shake on the outside of the ship. As
That's
the
what's
mining colony that you're on, you kind of get the intention that, something is very wrong here.
Oh, that was outside
Okay.
the ship. That's fine then.
Something is very wrong here. We got to figure out what it is. Everybody get to a window and look out.
And Charles leans over to Richter and he's like,
It's probably the Germans. Oh, those blasted Germans.
That
Yeah.
was many, many centuries ago. How old are you, Charles? Let
You
me
all
just
run
say,
to a window
I'm not
and
bad.
you see this sort of hollow chamber carved into the rock. It's large enough for a large cruiser ship. The real thing, it's a pretty decently sized ship. It has its scavenging fronts on it. And you see two docking trusses extending from sort of where the ship has landed. And as you wait for a moment, the whole colony shakes again, just shudders ever so slightly. But Charles sees Germans out there, just because that's who he is.
I don't see anybody.
What a familiar sight.
As a sexy engineer, can I do a roll to see if this is some kind of explosion or seismic event?
Fuck yeah, you can. First roll
Yay!
up.
Sexual engineering. Ooh.
Yes.
So, what you want to do is you are an engineer. So I'm going to give you an additional die. So first off, you're going to be rolling 1d6 for the actual aspect of it. You're going to roll an additional d6 because you're trying it. Because you are using your reason, and because you're an expert. Well, I guess you're going to get another die because you're an expert, right? You're prepared. There's no rush. So I'm going to give you 3d6 to roll, and you
Sick.
want to roll under whatever number you picked. And what is your number, just
Right.
for argument's sake?
My number is 5, and I got 2 under.
Hey.
That's amazing. So you succeed. You do it well. Yeah. You look outside the windows, Beanie Braggers, and you sort of get a good lay of the land. You can tell that these shakes are maybe not from the core overheating or anything sci-fi cliche. It seems that maybe it's been just drifting a little bit too long, and it might be hitting into some other asteroids, and that maybe the GM didn't want to hear Dr. Richter's story. So it seems pretty safe in terms of narrative flow.
Okay.
It's not structurally a problem. But
you
like
know,
it's sort of
sometimes-
Sounds like it could happen again at any
exposition.
time, really. When
Hey, you know, if the story is going too long, I think maybe the ship was just settling.
Okay, every minute we wait here, we run further and further out of fuel. We need to get outside, we need to find fuel, and we need to get back here before something else happens.
Shop, can you please speak to the availability of our surface vehicles right now? Are they still in working order from our last mission?
I mean, they have been maintained in exactly the way our Captain Darcy has asked them to be.
So poorly.
So, yes, exactly. No, there's
But functionally.
never enough spent on it. But they run. We can
I
get
mean,
out
we
there.
could always take the 6-person tandem bicycle.
In low gravity, that might be the...
Can I suggest teams of 3? 2 teams. We go out, we come back. We bring fuel with us, ideally. And
Yes.
and no trouble on the way. You understand,
You mean-
everybody?
You want to literally split the party in half?
Yes, that's the ideal. Potentially myself,
party.
Shop, and Jensa together.
I'm happy to be included and picked one of the first. Now, what does the fuel look like?
Yeah. Is the
you
fuel
know the
like
fuel.
rocks?
Well, actually, I guess I don't know which of you is which, but let's say Jensa would know the fuel the most. So, Jensa, why don't you tell us what the fuel looks like?
Well, I would know what it looks like when it's been fully refined, and it's a nice, soft, kind of like a cotton candy, glowing green, and
Ooh.
it spins inside the engine. It's
Obviously.
wonderful floss as it goes. Oh, it's a wonderful
Beautiful.
treat.
Cotton candy.
Now
green.
I'm picturing the engine as a cotton candy floss thing.
It's delicious.
So good.
Please dump the sugar
It's
in.
wonderful.
Pulling it
And
the
it's
lovely
running
threads of
So good.
sweet,
My
sweet
only
fuel.
thing is I don't know what it looks like when it's in a rock on a
giant
planet
crystals.
ship.
Well, you also recognize that, you know, the captain's med bay is directly tied to the ship's power. So he can't survive too long. And more importantly, he owes you all money. And he only knows where it's buried. He's a pirate captain. His name's not Darcy anymore. It's Captain Pirate Captain Brandy Jack. And it's me. And I'm sitting there just like,
See, we
There
put
you
by
Invictus
the-
people,
by
now it's
the
connected.
Engine, so you'd have the absolute
All
most
connected.
energy at all times. It was very smart.
yeah, you did it.
Yes, that was my choice.
All right. Where are the garages? Let's get in those 6-wheelers and drive around a planet like we did in the 70s.
Have we been on this planet before, or did we like sort
This
of
is
just
a-
land
like
here?
an asteroid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Asteroid.
but it's actually it's not even a asteroid. It's a mining station on an asteroid that you're in the docking bay of. So
Great.
like
Okay.
you're not even out on the surface. You're just looking out and like
So we
you're seeing
can
the wall.
just
Like I
Open the
mentioned.
airlock here and walk onto the mining site.
Yeah, there are two. I mentioned there are two
Ah.
docking trusses
Yes.
extended from the main platform that are like connecting your ship. But that's
There might
fine.
I was not paying
Charles
attention.
Charles
I
is
like it.
already in one of these ground vehicles and pressing buttons and pulling levers.
Yeah. And it's just like it's doing one of those,
The
you know,
bell
like in cars.
Yeah.
Chain
And
falls
that,
off.
that makes sense because the way to get into these vehicles is actually on the couch. As you sit into it, it folds into nice little futon shape, and then into this little hat, slides right on down. Convenience.
Into
Futuristic.
I
Wow,
love
you
that.
did
Now
not-
that's what I call design.
Absolutely. Don't
Very
ask what happened to
interesting.
the ship we got that part from. It's a trade secret.
Not as good as Ford, though. Nothing's as
Damn.
good
What
as
is a fraud?
Ford.
All right, how are we splitting these teams again?
let's just go explore this place. I think
Yeah,
let's
let's
just
all go
step
together.
outside onto the airlock into the mining colony, see what's going on. You know, there's got to be somebody or something here. They might
Yeah.
even have a big tank of fuel. We could spin up in
As-
the engine.
As is typical with the 6 of us, it takes 45 minutes for us all to get our spacesuits sorted out and figure out whose helmet is whose.
I love that
and
Charles is trying to put on the tiny
he's trying to put on my suit again. And once we're all dressed,
Where's your leash?
I think Dr. Richter is helping is helping Charles like put on his stuff. No, that's a small one. That's also alien.
And another thing about Germans that I just can't stand is the music. Oh, the polka. Gosh.
Yes. He's just humoring him as he's like zipping him up and putting on
And
his
the
helmet.
techno.
You know, and like as the air lock on his helmet goes on, there's just like silence from Charles.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to turn the radio on.
Cool. So yeah, you all head out of the docking bay. I imagine the staircase comes down real slow, and Beanie's just tumbling down
walk
it
out
as
all
it
cool.
falls.
This has got to be that moment with the like smoke around our feet
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is the still they would put in the
Oh,
promo
yeah.
of us. You know.
walking
I'm
real
a
slow.
cowboy,
baby.
And then as all that happens, the fucking car that Charles is playing with just falls out of the back, smashes into the fucking thing.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Got it in push
There's like
neutral.
a fuel tank right
So
there.
again, I'm gonna just reiterate what I read at the beginning. So your ship is out of fuel, and you need to repair it, and you've landed at the Visicorp mining station XK629. It's an asteroid on the edge of civilized systems, and you know, based on what the captain told you before he passed out, that the station was used once to mine and refine fuel. But for reasons unknown, it seems like Visicorp abandoned operations here. And there's lots of rumors. Some say disease, some say a haunting. But again, you guys need fuel, and you don't really have time to figure out what. So as you exit this, you are greeted by this massive docking bay. You know, echoey metallic walls. You see patches of exposed rock. You know, and everything is covered in the filth of mining. You know, there's maybe tools scattered on the walkway planks. You see like, you know, a coil of black plastic tubing and some wrenches and stuff. And immediately as you scan, well, you know what, Jen? So why don't you give me a little bit of a scan roll, get in like an environmental rundown
Absolutely.
with your lasers.
What am I rolling to do that?
So give me 1d6 plus 1 because you're prepared, plus 1 because you're an expert. So give me 3d6, and you're going to want to roll under the number that you picked, which I believe was a 5.
It was a 5. And I got a 3, a 5, and a 3.
Nice.
Three
Hey,
and
hit a
that's
five.
really
So
She
not
hit
only
a
is
five,
that
though.
so not only is that a success, when you roll your exact number, you have lasers and feelings, which
Yay!
deserves this sound effect. Now you get
Wow.
you get special insight into what's going on, so you can ask me a question I have to answer honestly. So on top of this, you can ask now a question more or less pertaining to life support. You can't ask me like, you know,
Where does
Right.
it happen?
Now when you had said that the ship was also in need of repair,
yeah,
do we know what repair
Yeah.
is needed?
yeah. The quantum spanner is out of flux.
And is that
And
kill the captain worthy?
It could be if it doesn't get refluxified.
Oh. So it's like a true answer, but not?
We'll need to restore its fluctuations. We can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
easy.
Well, if you're sick, we can always do fluctuations of the heart. I can do some studies on that. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe there's some supplies here you could heal him with. I mean, must have had a fully stocked med bay before they abandoned post haste. They say it's haunted, but I'm sure it's fine. Just, you know, maybe that's we can go get something to heal.
Well,
the captain
so
You know,
that
you
was
make a
your
good point.
question. Well, that was your question, but I originally asked you to roll for something else anyway, so I'm
right,
also going
right.
to give you what
Scanning.
you rolled on, which was life support. You realize that power and life support are offline. But with your extreme success, you sort of gather that, you know what? Yeah, these could be restored. You know, it doesn't seem like they're broken. You kind of, you know, you do a little scan of your, maybe you use one of those on your like wrist rocket or whatever, and yeah, you're like, I can restore this.
Our ship has a backup power of just a wall of AA batteries. So we just
right.
have to power that up and
That
get
Charles
it out.
Charles keeps taking from.
Yeah, and putting them in the remote.
Yeah. And the remote doesn't need them. Why won't these damn things go in?
I'm surprised you don't try to wind the remote, you know.
Every time he pulls out a Werther's,
Oh,
there's
is it a
like a
winder?
90% chance it's going to be like a C-cell battery.
I knew something was wrong with them. I know where that's supposed to go. All right. Well, we know we have something that we can fix. We know we have something that needs to be fixed, and we know we're in a place where we can find the things that are worth good fixins.
Yeah.
So, by
I'm
those
feeling
powers
it.
combined,
We can
By
totally
By
do
our
this.
powers combined.
Flawless logic.
So I have a question. Have any of us been on a mining colony like this before? Like, is this like as if you were walking into a place that's just like any other place? Let me rephrase. Is this like
Hold
a
on.
place?
No. I
Is
like
this-
how well you phrased that.
No. I mean, is this like are the mining where I'm getting at is do I know where the med bay is, like on a mining colony like this? Are they floating around in space? And everybody
Do you know where the med bay is on a mining colony like this? You know what? Give me a lasers
like are they,
roll,
do you
doctor.
understand what I'm saying?
I think we all do. Yeah, give me a roll.
standard
Okay.
layout. Would you recognize it?
Bingo! That's what I'm getting at. So I'm gonna take 1 for my question. I'm gonna take 2 because I'm a medical doctor that would
There you
know where
go.
the med bay is,
Yep.
and then a 3rd for good luck. Or
Yeah, I'll
what?
let you do
I don't
3.
know.
I mean, you're prepared
Yeah.
and you're an expert. I don't really know.
Okay.
I don't know when those don't really apply, but
And I have to get under my 5, right?
exactly.
Probably
2,
like
4,
if you're
5.
falling out of
You
a
guys,
window, you're
you
not
need to figure
prepared.
it out.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, there you go.
Oh.
I made a
Dude.
little angry face by the explosion to show that it's not a firework, it's laser.
MVP.
So I get a 2, 4, and 5. So I hit a 5. Bang
So
on.
you get to
And
ask
2
me
successes.
again. So not only do you succeed, but you also get to ask me a question. And Rob post in the private chat sort of example questions if you want to be more broad. But so yes, you do know more or less where the medical would be. You know that on a station like this, you need to get to the primary hub, and then from the primary hub, more than likely, you would see signs for the medical station. So, and you know that the primary hub
Okay.
is pretty much directly off of any docking bay.
Okay. So then I guess my question would be, is the captain accessible, or has he been locked up, or is he in a cryogenic sleep, or is he in like a medical tank?
Good question. Yeah. The captain, he got bit by a space snake. So
Fuck.
he went right into a back
Again?
tank.
So yeah, he's floating
Again.
around like Luke Skywalker.
He doesn't know who that is. No one does, actually. This
No,
is a world
nobody
without
does,
Star
but-
Wars.
It's this
Our
guy
fans
Charles
might.
keeps talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite part of the movie is when his father. Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that. That's a spoiler. What the kids call a spoiler. I used
All
to
right.
have
Something
a
on a car you were
spoiler on
talking about. Wasn't that
1996
Fast and the Furious had
Subaru
spoilers?
Impreza. It helped keep the wind resistance.
Pedarian
on
is
the
already
back of my
halfway towards the central hub.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you head
Shop is halfway
The
towards...
there.
central hub's just off this bay here. We'll go
Perfect.
down,
So-
we'll find
Wonderful.
it. Yeah.
At the end of the docking bay, you see there is an airlock door. It is shut, and it doesn't seem like there's enough power to open it, obviously, but you would be able to do manually.
Now, just for the story-wise, do we know this place has been abandoned, or are we just realizing it now?
Yeah,
We've been told
everything
it's
I
haunted.
told you, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah, this is a future where pretty much every time you come to a place, there's a little Kevin Costner voice that tells you about your travels so
Beanie,
far.
there's
Right.
a quick release on these doors.
Actually, it is
You gotta be able-
Yeah,
is
there
Kevin
should
Costner.
be. Hold on a second. And Beanie will pull out his trusty spanner.
Yeah.
And he
Futuristic
will-
AF.
Yeah,
Be
he'll take
any
a crack
size.
at manually opening this door with the
Yeah.
safety release, whatever.
Would
Be
that
careful. I've seen
That's
more than
two
enough
lasers.
people lose their fingers with the spanner.
So give me
Oh,
a
don't worry. How many?
give me a roll. So it's
Okay.
going to be 1 because you're doing it, 1 because obviously you are prepared, and 1 because you're an expert. So we're going to call it
So
3.
3. Okay, I got a 3, a 4, and a 5, and my number is a 4.
A 3.
Hey.
So 2 successes and 1's directly on your number. So again,
Yep.
with 2 successes, you do well. Good job. But also you can ask me a question.
Hey. Okay, let's see here.
Wait, if his number's a 4 and he rolled a 3, a 4, and a 5,
Yeah.
one of those is a failure, right?
One's a failure, yeah, but he got 2 successes.
Okay. Is there any like penalty for a failure?
No, it's only if you roll none.
Okay.
Like if you, yeah.
He's dead.
Your head blows up.
High stakes.
And you poop yourself.
Hey! By
Okay.
blows up, he means
It
you're really
happens.
arrogant.
So we've
Yeah,
heard
that's it.
we've heard of hauntings. We've heard of some kind of like spooky disease or something. As I crack open this door, I kind of want to look around. Are there any just bodies lying around in super obvious places?
The bodies
Space
at the
snakes?
floor.
Good question. Yeah, no, you take a peek ahead. Well, I mean, this is going to be not your question because this is what you physically are doing first.
Yeah.
But yeah, you take a look ahead through the door that you crack open to see the primary hub. It's a wide open transfer area. You see the Visicorp logo and slogans plastered the wall, which the slogan is obviously
Visicorp.
"We touch your stuff." But like touch is meant to be emotional. They realized after how wrong it was, but especially because they got really
corporate.
into going through people's personal files. But yeah, you see a receptionist desk. It lies in the center. There's a facility information, you sort of thing on the wall.
touch your
But you also see a computer terminal behind the desk. And then you see hover sleds and crates of equipment sort of everywhere else in this main primary hub. So that's what you see. And now you can ask me a question in terms of, because you would have gotten that anyway, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Or it can be just, how I'm doing. Or
Yeah. How are
What I
you?
had for
How are you,
dinner.
Harlan?
Doing
Yeah.
good.
What did you have for dinner?
Chicken
That's
wings?
feeling,
Said chicken
bro.
wings?
Oh,
Oh,
that's
nice.
good. That's good. I want to make sure. Can I?
Moving on from that.
Yeah. My question is, did we manage to turn Charles's radio on, or has he just been there like yammering
Yeah,
on
if
silence
you
the whole
want.
time?
Yeah, sure. If you
Okay.
want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. We
Oh
did.
yeah, like once we got all our helmets on, the intercoms were working, right?
Charles just can't, but he
No,
can't
it's,
use it.
it's
It's like,
been mine hasn't been working for some reason.
I couldn't. Germans want to. He's like, like an old person trying to figure out a phone.
Yeah.
Stop
The most
pressing it every
focused
time,
we've been in a
Charles.
long time.
Yeah.
It's like when we're doing walkie-talkies with Henry,
Yeah.
and he talks, but then he just holds his finger down on the button so you can't say anything back to him.
Or he's like, guys, and there was what to thing. And you're like, yeah, good job, buddy. So yeah, that's what you see in the primary hub.
I want to walk around in the primary hub and see if there's any indication about whether there is any fuel in like a cargo bay somewhere, something. If there's like maybe like how ships have a fucking log of stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's
want
like a
that,
real
but a
fat
mining
log.
Solved one in
version.
hours.
It's just a fat log.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
so
want to find it.
You enter the primary hub, or I should say, there's sort of like a hallway that what's your name? Beanie opened as well. There's like a door, so it's an airlock. That's what I'm trying to get at, because there wouldn't be much sense without it.
Hallway, airlock, got it.
Yeah, so as you come through the second door and you're in the primary hub where Beanie is, you recognize there are 3 other doors leading from this place. There's one to your immediate, and this is a square room. So to your immediate left, there's a door, and a sign next to it says crew quarters. There's a door on the opposite wall, and it says, it's sort of behind the reception desk. It says admin. And then there's a door to your immediate right, and it says subsystems and medical. And as you look around, you see, there's like, this is like a retro-futuristic, right? So there's like printouts, like with the paper that you have to rip off the
Like
sides.
dot matrix.
Yes,
Yeah,
the old
yeah.
dot matrix printers. Yeah.
It's like that everywhere.
Good.
You do see a terminal that if the power were on, you would be able to access system logs and all that kind of stuff. But at this point, without the power on, everything seems a little useless here.
Wait, if you just said that they were all maybe like the retro future things, that things would be printed, could I not just find the panel that has the paper and then just like physically open it and then physically take out the paper?
Yeah,
has
you
the
do
logo
that.
that's
So you have a
printed
bunch of paper, and you have a bunch of printed paper,
Right.
and it says,
Hacking.
ha, 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 ha,
They
ha.
knew. Someone was trying to hack.
No,
and
you
then
know
they got
what?
past
Give me
two
a
hours.
roll. Give me a roll. Give me a
All right.
roll.
What am I rolling for this?
That's a good question. Let's let's call it feelings for some reason, because I don't think lasers works. It's like a luck roll. I don't know what luck would be, but we're gonna call it feelings.
I would say like gut. You're looking for guts, instinct stuff.
You're looking for guts.
Yeah, like I'm not used to building mining facilities.
Sure.
I'm used
But
to
you're like pulling the
recycling
paper out of
ships.
the admin station. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, what's
They probably left it there. All right.
Perfect. So yeah, give me a roll. You're not. I mean, you're prepared, but you're not an expert. So it'll be 2d6.
Okay.
printed
And
out
you
in
want to
big
roll
letters.
under your number this time. Sorry, over. You want to
okay.
roll over your number
Okay.
this time.
I drew this for a reason.
I know. I'm so sorry, Erica.
All right. So I'm rolling again. Over 5. And I got a 6 and a 3.
Hey!
Whoa!
Hey! Oh!
So which one
three
do you
obviously
count?
fails. So because you got 1 success, that's the bare minimum. So you barely manage it, but I inflict a complication, a harm, or cost.
Oh no.
So as you're holding this piece of paper, just like we do in the olden days, you slice your
Oh!
suit open.
Oh
Whoa!
shit.
no.
That's a big
That's why we
deal.
don't use paper
Instant
anymore.
That's why you
Wait.
don't use
Listen,
paper anymore.
Can protect you from space. These suits.
Fatality.
But not from
Let's say
dot
can't-
matrix printer paper.
I would like to panic because that's bad. Put the paper in somebody's hands, whoever's closest to me. Charles, do
Oh.
you have a caramel candy?
Oh, I've got plenty, young lady.
Fantastic!
They're in
I've
his
got
space suit couch.
taffies and toffees and Werther's galore,
I'm
gumdrops
going
and raindrops and much, much, much more. Here.
Fucking Willy Wonka here.
And he holds out his
looking for
hands.
the
He's got pretty much
stickiest
every candy
one.
that you could imagine.
What's the least warm? For my
They're
own
all
sanity?
warm,
They're all
young
warm.
lady.
And then you spot it.
Hooray!
It's like a piece of bubble gum.
Ew.
Oh.
Oh,
Pre-chewed.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright,
I was
Not
I'm
into
gonna
that.
Jam my thumb in there, and then whatever sticks. But I'm hoping I come up with
Okay.
enough candy glob that we're okay to deal with this. Is that in any chance, in any possible way, gonna work?
Yeah. Let's try it. Rob,
Yeah,
you're
do we do
muted.
a
I don't-
roll? I'm gonna help. I'm
I'm
if
not
there's a
muted. I
roll
just
involved.
I didn't say anything. I
Oh.
just mouthed, "You're fine. Don't worry
Oh, I
about
didn't know
it.
that.
You've used
Yeah.
a candy to fix the spacesuit."
Yeah, I think that
Please,
works.
please roll
I mean,
for these 6 milliliter
science!
candy.
this isn't pressurized environment, right? You've already been through the airlock. There's just no air in here. So as long as your tank, presumably, is still pumping oxygen, you're fine. Just don't go back out the airlock. Then you get into danger zone.
It's interesting that the
Right
doors
now.
were activated when the power's down, and they closed back up, and the airlock's still working.
The ship did a manual override through the top.
You know,
It's a
she's dead.
manual,
Good
manual thing that does the. I'm an engineer. Trust me, we're probably okay.
fine.
Speaking of using your gut, and Charles just turns away and goes through, like, looks at the map, and he just, is there a door that he can just walk through?
There's
There were
many.
3, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I'm
there's one that
thinking
goes to the
towards-
crew quarters.
Actually, sorry. There's 2 regular doors leading from this room. The one to the crew quarters is actually an airlock door.
Is airlock. Okay, I'm gonna move
So
towards
you would-
subsystems.
Your suit is patched, but if you want to like patch it proper, give me your roll. But yeah, the power systems are through.
Let's
one
all
regular
go
door.
to a tertiary hub.
If you want, I could put some staples in that.
Well.
Sorry, Joe.
Trust that.
Tertiary hub. Well, Charles, he's got that look on his face, and he's humming "Show Me the Way to Go Home," which is the song that he sings when he has to poop. So he's making his way towards the subsystems.
And we know that. We all know that.
We all know that.
We've been
Are-
trained many a time.
The subsystems where the medbay is as well. Is that what I understood?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
let's all go there.
The
So
subsystems is.
Charles has to poop. We need to go
I'll
find.
tell
some-
you all about the subsystems.
It's a communal
You should
thing.
know about the
It's-
subsystems, Doctor.
if we don't solve it now, it's going to be all of our problem. That's the problem.
Oh
with it.
yeah.
But we all have to like fast walk. And,
I
like,
pooped in my suit.
It was
Oh,
the look
come
of
on,
the
not
cat.
Not again.
If it happens again, I am not cleaning it. I got that task last time. I say.
All right, so
We
you
go
all
into
head
the
through
room.
the
I
subsystem
am a
doors.
medical
They're regular
doctor.
doors.
Not here for cleaning up poop.
And you
I'm
enter a
tired, I
sterile
wanna go
metal
poo.
hallway. It sort of goes a few feet before branching left and right. To the right, it says power subsystems. To the left, it says medical.
Oh,
Do you all go
Well,
one or the other?
Are we?
I'll need to
Here it
go
is.
over to the power thingy and probably
right
replace
also.
a circuit
Okay.
wire battery.
Yep.
I don't want
I
anything to do
will
with
also
Charlie.
go to the power subsystems to help with the power.
Not it.
Okay,
Well-
that leaves Charles, the doctor, and Pod.
Pedarian.
Oh, Charles is already towards the power
I'm going with
subsystems.
I'm going with Charles.
So you're all going to the power subsystems except
Oh
for the doctor.
no!
Oh, no, I
Dr.
thought we-
Lecter is going to the med bay.
Okay,
Go
so
pick up
everybody
some
but the doctor
supplies.
is going to the power subsystems.
That's
Because he
what I
thinks
say.
for
I
some
say-
reason that pooping, no one's like, just because it's subsystems doesn't mean it's your bowels.
If they didn't,
Wait, it
that, they
doesn't?
should have said that.
In fact, I say that to Charles. You know, Charles, they got the nice bathroom in the med bay here. I just saying, they're the ones with the extra large deep toilet.
Oh, is there a
What?
bidet?
Well, no, but it's got that air pressurized bidet. It's like
Oh,
a
that's good
bidet.
enough for me.
Just-
Come on.
It cleans you by opening up to the vacuum of
It's
space.
like a really powerful bidet, but the opposite.
Backwards bidet.
Imagine that, yeah, like
Backwards, it just sucks out your
Ew.
ass.
sit on it,
It's a
Toilet
and it, like
vacuum.
cleans you out real quick.
Oh,
Don't be on too
And
long,
colonoscopy.
otherwise you might be.
Okay, so is anybody going with these two, Charles and the doctor?
I'm going with Charles no matter where because I've learned that he
He never
needs
dies.
me.
Oh, I was like,
can
you hide behind him.
Being the seeing eye dog, and he kind of lets you lead around, and that usually works out pretty well. I mean, you've learned to kind of just be like, all right, fine, let's just fine. We're gonna make
great.
it work.
Perfect. Okay, so you do not go. You go to the subsystems, Erica, right?
I'm so sorry, Joe.
The power station.
Oh,
Hold on,
jeez.
I got it. It's just loading.
I can't stop looking at
I
it.
know it's just loading. There we go.
I can't see it.
I love how this version
Oh.
on the TV show or on the the StreamYard
It
shows
shows the
lines.
remnants.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
splitting the party.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, we're splitting the party.
I'm
pretty
going
much
with Charles
like
and the
this.
doctor.
Cool.
Yeah.
We're just doing that.
Okay.
Okay, so
bye.
Pedarian, you can carry medical supplies with me? Yeah?
yeah, so we have Doctor. So,
Yeah, no problem.
So Jensa, Shop, and Beanie, you all head to the power systems, and
Yeah.
you walk again. These are sort of metal, sterile hallways, and as you enter, it's like a cavernous sphere. You know, there are walkways that lead to what looks to be a central reactor core.
Can you believe this? There isn't a single handrail here. How did they get away with this?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a
we
crime.
all know that Visicorp is notorious for not giving a shit about anybody except for
Cut every
who they
corner.
are and what they do and what they like.
Yes, Visicorp, who makers
that
of
their
that
logo?
Meanwhile.
atrocity.
That's what
They
they
have a
like.
GIF logo.
Yeah.
I would
Vacuum
make a note
systems
to
everywhere
paint
they
over all
specialize
the
in.
logos that we have in the ship.
Yeah, are you like graffitiing them?
Oh no! When we get back, I'm gonna do a quick little scrub.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and as you walk up, Beanie, you were looking at the reactor specifically. Again, there's sort of abandoned tools and stuff everywhere here. You notice the reactor is cold, and you know it looks like it could be restarted, but it would take some time and effort to safely restart, or you could do it unsafely.
Would
But
it be
unsafe
restarted?
leads to mistakes.
Why? Why that combination?
You know why?
Oh, what have I unleashed?
That's what
Because if you're not safe, you're gonna have
Oh,
mistakes.
what have I unleashed? You don't know. It's just gone. Goodbye.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that GIF
the
really
three of you
sucks.
have a moment. What do you want to reset the reactor, or what's your plan?
What's the benefit of resetting the reactor? What do we?
We get
gain?
power.
We get power
I think
to the
let's
rest
do
of
it.
the
To
building.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We
the
got an
building.
engineer and an interior designer. I'm sure between the two of you, I can lend a hand somewhere, hand you the tools you need. Get this started. Let's go.
All right.
Only a mining reactor on a planet you've never been to, hurtling through space with ghosts. It'll be fine.
Oh, don't worry.
You've got this.
All generators are the same. You
Exactly.
push a button, you turn it on, you feed it something, and it poops out something else.
We have a very handy feature of the plug and play. So if we just, you know, unplug what we have as our power source, we can just plug this one in.
Hey,
Let's
is
make
it
it
got a
work.
charge?
I don't do that part. I'm just the thinker.
Beanie?
They did think about it.
It's a pretty good idea.
That's a remarkable idea. We should probably make sure it turns on first, though. Otherwise, we could be plugging in some faulty piece of equipment and our ship could go kaboom.
That's
Let's
how we
spin it
got
up.
the current
Yeah, let's spin it up.
You walk over and there's like 7,000 buttons.
I love how sexy the engine.
I push, I look at it, I go, and then I gently caress the panel.
It's like that
This one, and I push a single button.
Nice. Give me a roll.
Oh no,
Rob
Rob.
was so taken by
Oh,
that
no.
idea. He froze in awe.
Rob, come
Awestruck.
back.
Oh no!
There he is.
There he
He's
is.
back.
Oh, good, great. I was just busy talking about how that's exactly what engineering is.
It's true. You are an engineer.
That-
All right. Give me
You
a
got censored.
lasers roll. We're going to call 1 because you're doing it, 1 because you're prepared, and 1 because you're an expert. So this is going to be a total of 3. James looks frozen now, too.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
frozen.
Or he's
It's
just
following.
really,
next it'll be
deep.
Erica.
He's
It's a
deep
good.
in,
It's a good.
He's
thought.
making
freeze
sure
frame.
that button is the appropriate button. He's working.
All right, well, in the
You really
meantime,
got to think about it.
the other
What's going on?
3 head down the sterile metal hallway to the medical area. And as you get there, you see it's a small room, primarily filled with storage cabinets. Beds. Oh, he'll be
we
back.
lost him for a moment.
Beds for 2 patients lie in one corner. It's been sort of hastily cleared out, unfortunately.
Oh, now I will mention something for you, Pod. Watch the band-aids. You got a lot of hair. I'm just saying, you know, we're in the medical bay. I don't know last time you saw the medical bay. With all the stickiness of a band-aid, you could lose some hair.
I
Just saying.
appreciate your concern, Doctor. I'm not injured, though, so I should... I mean, not yet. Fingers
Good.
or in claws
Good.
all crossed for now. Charles, right this way.
And I lead
Good.
Charles to an empty corner.
The vacuum
It's getting
toilet.
closer. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
I don't. Is there actually a commode back here, Harlan?
I think
Yeah, of course
great.
there is. What happens
I
if
think
you're
we
really
should
clogged up? They got to do
name
some
that
damage.
thing. It's like a new thing now. The vacuum toilet.
I want to get it I want to try to get it before it does anything. Just every time. It's just like, it's like a game.
I'm so sorry I found this.
The
gift.
mind
I don't know
completes
why.
it.
It's the gift you've given us.
All right.
Legacy
So yeah,
now.
there's like a
you're
little
welcome.
medical toilet for extra poops.
Oh
and,
boy. Yeah,
you
and
make
as soon
it.
as Charles sees it, he like thrusts his cane on you, and he runs over, and
thrusts
he actually
his cane.
he actually gets
Yeah.
out of his. Oh, actually, no, he pulls down the little butt flap on his suit, specially designed by Jensa, the little butt flap there, and
My gift to
yeah,
the world.
and he starts singing.
Hero.
Oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies.
While
above.
Charles is evacuating
Don't
himself,
fence me in.
Padarian is going to take a look around, kind of halfway to distract themselves, and also to try to ascertain why this place was cleared out so quickly. Seems strange.
Don't
Great question.
fence me in.
And while those two are while Pod is looking around and Charles is doing his business, Dr. Richter is looking
Rector?
through. Sorry.
I don't even know her.
He's looking through all of the cabinets and all the shelving for any sort of supplies that might be helpful in the situation. And as
There we
he's
go.
saying it, as he's doing so, he turns to Pod and he says, remind me to tell you the story about the time I gave birth, and the woman, she wanted to sit on the vacuum toilet. So it's a crazy story, but for
Hold
another
on.
time, yeah?
You gave birth?
Not me. I was helping a woman to give birth.
Oh,
But, you know,
I was gonna
she
say-
thought sitting on the toilet, you know, using the vacuum.
Maybe I
Needless to
misunderstood
say-
the way that your species reproduces.
Oh, yeah. They come out, yeah. But that baby, it,
Through
it came out all right, and it went. Bye-bye.
Through the butt?
Like I said, sorry, so another time.
That was
no,
Charles
no, no,
Charles.
No.
Perfect. So
It's,
give me a look around. Give me a roll. We'll call it
Yes.
feelings
Yes.
because I feel like feelings
Please,
sort
thank
of
you.
makes sense
That's
for
my
the
thing.
Right? What do you mean, please, thank you. You're the one talking. Please interrupt
waiting
me.
You brought it up. You brought it up,
Felt
waiting
like
Alex.
for
you
the
were in
ship.
charge of this
I was waiting
show.
for the ship to shift, you know?
I'm gonna look. And
my
I'm
fault.
very prepared to look.
Yeah, give me a roll. So we'll do prepared. You're not an expert by any means, so we'll just call it 2d6.
Great.
And you want to do your feelings, so get over your target number.
I hit a 3, which is my number,
Amazing.
and a
Yay.
6.
Oh,
which
perfect.
is
So you can
over
ask
my
me a
target.
question, which might be something you've already asked me, which is smart. But continue. So what are you looking for specifically? I mean, you're looking for reasons that the ship might have been.
I'm looking for medical equipment that can be helpful for the captain.
Yes.
And
So-
my question is, why did these people leave in a hurry?
Great question. So first and foremost, you find nothing for the captain, but you find a suit patch, which would be perfect for your little friend who needs their suit patched from holes.
Yeah, Jensa. Got it.
And then
Uh-huh.
you also find the answer to your questions. Why did people leave here? Well, it seems like a number of them might not have left.
What?
I don't know. I haven't read the whole thing yet. It seems like
That's more ominous than anything else you said.
it seems like the miners woke something in the bowels of this
What about the adults?
meteor.
Bowels.
The miners.
Basically
You
that.
said bowels. That was on you. Yeah, it seems like they woke some. They dug too greedily and too deep.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Dr. Richter, I think maybe there's a slight problem here. Do you see how everything was hastily taken, but not quite everything? It seems like these people left in a hurry. I have some reservations about being here. We better take care of Charles and get back with the others.
I think you might be onto something there, little one. But I'm looking for a specific medical treatment, ointment, pill.
And the things gets hit by a asteroid.
Great.
Going back to the other other
Jensa,
people.
Beanie, you got this ready to power up?
Yeah, absolutely.
How'd the
Just
roll
a
go?
button press, right?
I roll my number.
Just a button press.
Just that's it.
That's
You
it?
got right on it.
I believe so. Yes, right on it.
That's-
I rolled 2 because I figured I'm an expert and
Yeah.
I'm doing the thing. This is a feels roll, right?
It is a no. You're trying to press the thing back on, right?
Yeah, I'm randomly picking a button.
I'm sorry, but
Oh,
I
I
feel like
see.
him being a sexy engineer, he could make it a field roll.
Okay. Yeah. If it's random,
Yeah,
then
just
sure.
which
Let's
button
do.
are you feeling? Yeah.
Yeah,
You just
yeah.
pure passion.
I rolled a 2 and a 4, and my number is a 4.
So yeah, we're gonna call, and you're rolling. So if it's feels, then you want to get over so that one fail but one success, but it's right on the money. So yeah, you press a button,
Yeah, there it
and
is.
as you do
That's why
it,
it took so long.
as you do it, you feel the energy of the core starting to, and it seems to turn back on. But also, you could ask me a question
Whoa.
because you rolled your exact number.
Okay. Did turning on the generator disturb anything?
Yes, because additionally that you only got one, you also get a harm. And
Yay.
immediately you start noticing that as the spaceship is sort of shaking, you realize that you didn't properly shut the airlock. You wedged it open and kept it open. And all of a sudden you feel this great suctioning as if the docking bay is being forced to break.
Great.
no,
Awesome.
What do you do?
we did not.
Damn it.
Is this running on the same cotton candy glowing radioactive floss technology that ours is?
Great question. No, this looks like it's on the new version, which is purple candy floss. No, it's like
Not
it's
the
like
green.
it's like, you know, like a ball that spins and generates its own energy. You know that it's like a it's the core from fucking Event Horizon. That's all I'm envisioning. So
All right. I'm going to dash back and get that other door shut so we don't suck all of us out into space.
Great.
Yes!
You head off, but I'm going to hand you my spanner before you go.
Yeah, there's
You
just
have
that-
a tool.
we'll call
Chuck
that a
from
help.
behind, so I've got it in the
Yep.
back. Absolutely.
We do have a
I'm not
baton
prepared for
handoff.
this.
Oh,
I'm
Shop,
not an
you-
expert at this, but I got some help. So
Shop,
that's
you run
2 dice.
towards the first airlock. You wedge your way through the regular door, and immediately you're getting like sucked out. You see the ship fighting against the docking clamps. It's like kind of the whole docking bay is, you know, being moved for some reason because of the pressure. It doesn't matter. Don't think about it too much. And then you quickly have to try to do a little Jimmy here. So why don't you give me a roll? One, because you are, well, I guess this
Can I
would be
help?
not prepared, right? Well, I guess technically you're prepared because you have the weapon. So we'll call this 2d6. And you want
Yeah,
to roll under your number.
Yeah, I'm not an expert, but I've got the help, and I am just doing a thing.
Am I able to help as well?
That's a good question.
If maybe you're running back too, if you're all
Well,
running back together.
I'm wondering if I would know if the part that's actually docked to the station right now is the part from the ship that did not have theirs explode. So this is the good surviving piece that should be able to
Yes.
withstand this better.
Sure, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so you can help. So you can
Yeah.
roll 3d6 as long as
Perfect.
Jens comes and helps.
Yeah, I'm sure we're all racing back so we don't get sucked into space. My number's 3.
Charles is in the middle of something, but
Yeah, he's got other things on his
This is
mind.
helping him.
Don't fence me.
Presumably we're rolling lasers.
yeah, we're rolling lasers.
My number's 3. I got 2
Oh,
twos
there's
and a
the suction.
5, so 2 successes.
Oh, it kicked in. I felt it. Oh, that
Two
was
successes.
Feeling it all over.
That's brilliant. So yeah, you got 2 successes. Yeah, you managed
Yeah.
with the quantum spanner to just get the door
Jamming in
shut.
there, pull the door
The whole
shut.
thing sort of settles again, and
There's
you
just
look
that
to
moment of
Jensa.
like holding your arms against the door just as everything was flying towards you, and now the air kind of calms down for a minute. Okay. But we're still, the engine's still running, right? Like we got power here still.
Yeah,
no?
now it's starting to power up, and you see in the
Yeah.
primary hub, you know, lights are clicking back on. You hear the
Rebooting
whir
screens.
of a computer.
Great, so are we
Perfect.
taking this?
I mean, it works.
Loot,
the hover sled.
loot.
It's not the right kind of fuel, right?
Oh no,
No.
That's the thing. If we just take the whole thing, the entire unit.
Yeah, we just replace our whole
Yeah.
engine with
Plug
this.
it
Yeah,
in.
no, it doesn't work that way. So you all congregate back into the main hub. There are 2 ways off
So
of this.
offended
There's
it
the
doesn't work that way.
there's the there's the admin and the crew quarters.
Oh, well, that was great. I really like this stop. Is this
I'm
a
glad-
Denny's?
Oh,
No, this-
Jensa, I found this for you. Here you go.
And I give Jensa the suit patch.
Oh, nice.
The
Yeah,
natural
you got.
enemy of paper.
Nice. Good call.
Yeah, so now you patch your suit back up and you're good.
Hooray!
Now, I would suggest let's go over to the crew quarters that we can traverse this airlock situation, and perhaps we can see where everyone has gone.
I'm thinking.
I would like to see if I got any medical supplies out of that the medical area.
Sure, just give me a straight up and down roll. You're not prepared, and I mean an expert wouldn't really help you. It's kind of a luck roll.
Yeah.
So just do D6 and we'll call it.
But a 5, and I bang on with a
Oh,
simple
perfect.
roll.
So yeah, you
Hey.
got some medical supplies. And
Awesome.
you also get a question if you're bang on.
I don't really know. Does anybody have a question that I can I give a question to somebody else?
What should we be on the lookout for is a great question if you don't have
Thank you,
one.
Rob. I love it. That was my question, actually. What should we be on the lookout for?
You know that in this part of space, especially derelict stations like this, void rats tend to make nests. They're vicious, about 3 feet long, these little vermin. They spread all across the galaxy generations ago. They usually stow away on ships, but you know, having adapted the ability to thrive in a vacuum, they often build nests in abandoned settlements and stations much like this. They eat leftover garbage and things like that. They're very territorial and very thick-skinned, and the best course of action is avoidance, typically. But you also all have laser guns or pulse rifle, or what are they? Pistols, but you know, stun
pistols.
You have stun, but you also have like the Star Trek pistol where you can stun or kill.
Phasers.
Thank you.
Good.
Variable beam
Shooting
phase
blind
pistol.
now. So yeah.
Do we have any sort of treatments for these things biting us? Because I know we're already missing any sort of antidotes for space snakes, so I want to make sure we're not adding to the mess.
Yeah, well, look, hey, you know as well as I do, space snakes and space rats are totally different, and they'd be offended at the comparison. Yeah, no, that I told you pretty much everything you know about them, and the rest we're just gonna make up.
Okay.
All right.
So,
to
you head
the
towards
crew
the crew
quarters,
quarters?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
let's
an
go.
airlock door here. It's now powered on. You press it, and immediately you're greeted by this passageway of roughly hewn, sort of into the rock corridor, you know? You see more of the mine in this area, and you each trudge along this small hallway before the regular door leading into the crew quarters. Who goes first?
Charles.
Okay, not even
he
talking,
doesn't-
just like...
choice.
The door
safest
opens.
choice.
He's
And
just
he
like,
turns, he turns
nobody
to
can get ahead of him.
He turns to Shop Steward 3, and he says, "Ah, yes. This is just like the Yukon Gold Rush. I was one of the first miners there, you know." And he
What do you?
steps
What?
in. Look at
How,
this.
what? What? Even,
Gold. Oh no! wait,
Where?
That's
it.
might be gold. Deep
So,
down.
you go in first, and you're talking loudly?
I guess I'm
Yes.
right behind him
Oh, no.
if he's talking to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cool. So the two of you walk in, and immediately you're beset by void rats, both of you.
No.
Everyone
Well,
doesn't
here's
get to
a
roll
warning.
for initiative.
I recognize this.
There's no initiative, but I wanted to do the sound effect because that's just how my brain works now.
Nice.
So immediately, Charles and Shop
Shop.
Stewart, these two rat. Oh wait, I guess I get to roll 1d6. These three rats. Two of them going after Charles and immediately start biting him.
Attracted to all the candy. I'm sure.
Candy, yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
So why don't you give me a? I mean, I guess it's like, are you attacking them or are you like defending them? I don't
No,
know how combat works in this, so.
I think I'm pleasantly confused by the whole situation.
Cool. So they're just all over you. They're just like ready to.
Yes. Oh, hello. I used to have a golden retriever just like you. Oh, goodness. And so
Cool.
I'm on the ground being tackled by these rats, but I guess, yeah.
Retriever.
Charlie, are you okay? You gotta get out of there. Come on.
Well, and then
grab my
I was gonna say
hand.
the other
Oh my
rat is
God,
attacking
this is
you,
neat.
Shop. So like as you're saying that,
You're right,
like
second.
I dragged you into that.
yeah. So I guess roll. Let's do feelings. I guess. 'Cause why not?
See how you feel about rats.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is it science
maybe-
or is it like?
Now,
Pretty sure it's lasers.
I would just
Yeah,
like
okay,
to point
lasers.
out that I am
Okay.
the
How to
only
technically-
person
how to
so
kill a
far
rat.
who has listened to my bowel system in this episode.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think that my feelings. I would consider myself an expert.
That's true.
No, I think you're right. Lasers probably makes the most sense. So let's do laser roll. We're gonna call one because you're doing it, but no more because you're not prepared. I don't think you're an expert at hand-to-hand rat combat. And yeah, so we'll just do one, I guess.
Is it
Let's see how
combat
that-
or are you trying to
I
befriend these
will-
rats?
I'll
the part
argue
I'm not
that.
Yeah,
clear
are
on.
you trying to befriend them? Maybe that's the angle. Like, are you trying to? How are you
Oh, I'm
doing
definitely, I guess, trying to befriend them. I'm not
Okay.
trying to fight them. I'm
Cool,
trying
then
to
yeah,
use
we'll
my
do that.
feelings on them
Call it
to.
He did say
Okay.
like his golden
it? Yeah,
retriever.
you're right. Okay, cool. So yeah, you start petting it. So give me
You
a feelings
assume
roll.
that they're cuddling
One for
you.
doing it. You're not prepared.
No, nobody's.
And what is your class even? You're not an expert.
I'm an
I don't-
explorer. I'm a dangerous explorer.
Well, that's
When everything is a golden retriever, you better be a dangerous explorer.
Yes, I am. How do you
Well, put
think
it
I
this way.
survived to at least 374?
Well, put it this way: out of all the other options, explorer is the most likely to be encountering new creatures. So I'll give you another die for that. So we'll call it 2d6.
2d6. I'll
And
take
you want to
it.
roll over your target number, which I forget what you picked.
And it is feelings. My feelings
Yep.
target number is 2.
2. Well, it should be
I
the
got-
same target number for both, right? You know that.
Yes,
Okay,
I do.
cool.
Yeah. It's 2.
I just wanted to make sure. Because you said
5
feelings.
We
and
all know
4.
how to play this game.
So you got
2
what? Sorry?
successes. 5
Nice.
Oh God.
Yeah, so you
Back on
do
my
it.
birthday.
So yeah, you like immediately you start petting them.
Wow.
And I mean, they're not befriended, but they're not like attacking you. They're like, what is this feeling?
I had
What the
a
hell's
dog
going
like
on?
you. Its
No, they
name
don't want
was
love. They just want
Padarian,
attention.
And I loved it very much.
What is
Oh,
your
I
take
missed
on
that
this shop?
dog.
Are you attacking it or are you loving it?
Well, I mean, I'm certainly not okay with any of them touching me. I'm not into meter-long rats climbing all over me. So if it gets to that, I'm gonna back up until I can't and then shoot one. But
Okay, cool.
if
So give
he's
me a
made
lasers
friends with
roll.
them- yeah,
Yeah,
if he's
no,
made friends
they're-
with them ahead of that.
No, I think it's simultaneous. So he like gets set on
All
by
right.
2. You're backed
Well-
up by 1.
Yeah, I'm a hot shot. I'm ready to shoot at just about anything, and I'm that's all I got. So
Do that.
I'm guessing 2 dice.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
I'm
don't know.
looking
What,
for-
what is a hot shot?
I don't know.
is that-
I'm gonna shoot. I just figured I was gonna shoot right away. That's
Yeah.
all. Shoot first.
so
ask
I'm going to say
questions
that's
later.
expert. So yeah, we'll say 2.
Like a shoe from the hip.
And
I
under
got
your
a
number.
6. I got a 6 and a 3, and my number is 3. So I got some laser feelings, but that's about it.
So you get hurt.
Oh,
You get
yeah.
a bite on your leg, a real old crunch.
Yeah.
And you feel it sucking as
Ew.
you're
Oh,
standing
gross.
there, like your blood. You know, it's like kind of eating like a bit of your flesh.
Yeah.
But you do actually shoot it with 1. You do succeed. So you blast this thing through its fucking head, and its little blue blood goes on the floor.
Yeah, and I imagine. So I've shot one. The other one
Unless you're
is
stunning.
mauling me.
I don't want to force you.
No, I'm probably not stunning. You don't shoot to stun a void rat. That's
cool.
That's a whole choice. But I imagine rolling around on the floor as a void rat's chomping on your leg. One might ask themselves, "What's really going on here? What's happening? Why are there void rats? Where did everybody go? What's really going on?
Cool. Those are 3 different questions. So
What's
I'll
really going
answer-
on here is the question."
Okay, so what's really going on here? Well, I mean, yeah, what's really going on here is something was dug up from deep under that scared everyone away. You don't know what.
So I'm picturing myself shooting a void rat, being mauled by one. What
Yeah.
gives me a sense? How do I get the idea that something has been dug up from while I'm rolling on the ground? Do I see something under a bed or something? What gives me that information?
Yeah, well, you know that a mining colony such as Visicorp, especially because you got a past with like the
Oh
man,
yeah, sure.
they would never
fuck
abandon.
Visicorp. Let me tell
Yeah.
you, fuck them. Have you
Yeah,
seen
so-
what they've done in their other mining colonies? They treat their workers like shit, and honestly, I'm not surprised that they've dug too deep and didn't care.
That's
Workers'
the angry
rights.
rant song. Yeah, you know that they would never ever give up a profitable mining colony. Void
Right.
rats are no reason. So you, from pretty much walking on, you've like ascertained. I mean, once you got to the hub and you realize that people aren't like dead everywhere, that something happened. You know logically that mining is the only thing they're doing here. And you know, maybe from a history as a wizard in Faerun, that sometimes creatures exist deep down. This is, by the way, this is Jack Page role-playing on a downtime.
Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah,
So
yeah,
Dorn,
Jack's
Red,
having
and Jack
his
and Kraloth are like
existential-
around a fire, and Red's running them through a D&D campaign, and
Existential
Orin and
experience
B and
here.
Stephen the Goat are playing as well. And this is
Stephen the
all
Goat.
just
Okay.
all
Expanded metaverse. I love it.
yeah, this is the
Yeah.
expanded metaverse.
I
Erica,
see.
would you like to be Harlan's child or Harlan's child's lover in
I
this
mean,
story?
They both just wonderful options. I mean,
Sorry, Eric, I
whichever,
could-
whichever gives you a better seat at the table.
Bingo bango, let's do it.
I do have a
But so
question.
yeah, go ahead.
Wait a minute.
You said that these void rats were blue.
I said their blood was blue.
Their blood was blue. Yes. Now, is it possible that, void rats being regular, is it possible that our fuel source was actually more organic based, and that perhaps the thing that was dug up would be more green blooded?
It's getting deep, and I'm loving it.
Yes. You feel like you could squeeze some blood fuel out of these things. You don't know
I
how
would
good
like
it would
to- I
be
would
for
like to squeeze
anything,
it.
but you're
Juice a
like, I
rat.
could do it. I could grind these rats to make my
To
bread.
grind them, to make my ship floaty cotton candy fuel.
Yeah, I think that could work.
See, we're very into the upcycling thing. It's a wonderful composting process.
It's not recycling, it's upcycling. I like that. We're just killing them. Cool. So anyway,
not vegan, though.
Charles is rolling around with these two rats. They don't seem difficult right now.
But it's local.
Shop has blasted the other one. What's everyone else doing? Let's start with the doctor.
Well, the doctor is watching the rats bite my friend here, my colleague, and he's getting himself prepared to mend some wound. You know, I like to patch the wound before it gets bloody and infected.
What about Pod? What are you doing, Pod?
Podarian is scrambling up on top of one of these space bunk beds to get out of the way of any future rat attacks.
Nice.
And I'm scrambling at my belt holster for my phaser, which does not come in multiple sizes for different species.
course
So
not.
I'm grabbing it with both of my hands like a rifle. So it's
I
like
love it.
actually it's slung across my back, and I'm trying my best to try to get it out. But
Cool.
I
Yeah,
can't
you get it
quite
out.
do
Give me a laser roll.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Hell yeah. And I would like to argue that I am prepared for this situation because I learned about the beasts earlier.
Yes, you did. Yes, I would argue
So-
that you're prepared too because you're also not the one being attacked right now.
Yeah.
You like have a moment, you know.
Fuck yeah. I rolled 2 successes and 1 failure.
Perfect. Yeah, so you do it well. You blast one of these rats. What does it look like, and who do you kill?
I explode one of the rats that Charles is trying to make friends with, and it sprays blue blood all over him.
Oh! Oh!
I'm sorry.
Just like my golden retriever.
Oh!
Podarian!
Yeller.
He thinks it's me.
And then finally, Jensa. What are you and Beanie, I guess. Sorry. So Jensa first. What are you doing?
I would like to start scooping as best as possible.
Yeah, you just start
To neck my-
scooping this blood. It's like a
My
graded
farm to
floor.
fuel table.
Yeah. It's like a graded floor. You're trying to like scoop in your hands. It's like very meaningless.
We need this
but
to
you're
leave.
doing it. Beanie, what are you doing?
Is there one rat left still on
Yes.
Charles? Okay,
Yes,
I'll go
definitely.
ahead and phaser laser.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Phaser
Hey.
laser that bad boy.
Get him.
Phaser laser.
So give me a roll for prepared and if you have any
Okay.
applicable
Well,
skills.
that is 1 success and 1 failure.
1 success and 1 failure. That means
Yes.
you do barely manage it. So you blast it. And as it explodes in a sea of blue blood, you also realize that you accidentally shoot Charles.
No.
Shit.
Just got it back together.
But I don't know if
Immortal.
Charles notices.
He'll be fine.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't notice.
The doctor's standing there. He's just like counting. He's like, okay, one wound, and he's like preparing his bandages, watching all this go down.
Cool. So yeah, you set up, you're looking around. This is the crew quarters. Again, you see there's some habitation units here meant to house a workforce of several hundred. It's a pretty big room. But these seem to be all the rats. There is another doorway off of this room. It looks to be on the right wall. It is just a regular airlock door, but again, it's powered right now. And it says this is to, it sort of has like a list. It says mine, refinery, decon.
Mm-hmm.
Decon?
Decontamination.
Oh, okay.
Well,
That
it
took me a
looks
second.
like going that way,
Refinery,
we're
right?
gonna find our fuel in the refinery.
We do need the refinery for the fuel, but we have the fuel.
Just
Holding a
holding.
big
that
dead
why-
rat.
That's gonna keep that, huh? That's a
It'll keep.
choice.
Doesn't have to go far.
All right, I
Into the
didn't know you were
fine
a
art of
taxidermist as
taxidermy,
well.
are you?
Yeah.
Sun dried.
Oh,
Just
Great.
strap him to the outside of the ship
Void rat.
and drive past a star.
Oh, I love it. It's just like an immediate. Ah.
Beaton's
I thought that would
gonna
work.
go over.
That's the epilogue. We see Jensen looking at the thing, waiting, and then it just bursts into flame, and she's like,
It's like, damn it. Puffed rat.
Beanie's gonna
Right.
go over and help Charles up back to his feet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There you
all
go,
right.
old chum.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. There's another
Podarian-
door over here you need to go through.
Podarian's poking
okay.
at the buttons of the door. They don't know how to get through without the engineer, but they're trying their very best.
I've got this one, and Charles walks up to this, and
it looks an awful lot like a TV remote.
Yeah.
And he's going to turn it to what is an old like a
Channel
old
3.
person- Channel 3.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn
Trusty.
the
Trusty.
trusty
Always
Channel 3, his
Yeah.
favorite
Gotta
channel.
start somewhere.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
Not
yeah,
one.
and see if that does anything. And if not, I'm going I don't know this show.
It opens, and you're standing before another corridor that splits 2 ways. One leads to the refinery, one to decon.
Do we have anything that needs refining?
Well, maybe it's a decon situation. I'm not sure. What do you do with this exactly? Do we wash it or do we refine it?
Well,
Which one is that?
well,
We can eat it.
I don't know about you guys, but I need to stop here because that's looking pretty infected. And he's pointing down at shop steward's leg where he got.
Yeah,
chomped.
I'm certainly limping along behind everybody.
right.
Yeah.
Decontamination
Decon
it is.
seems like a great. Whatever's going on at this leg situation, I would like it not to.
I'd really like to
This
take
workplace
advantage of the fact-
injury.
Yeah,
we'll
that
have
I'm
to
a
just
doc-
get
that
it
I'm a
all checked
doctor
out
here.
and documented.
You know, can we do some patching up? Can I get some people back to health so that they're not limping along? And when we
Yeah, I think
what?
decon's
Encounter-
a smart way to do it. I think the doctor can be doing that as well too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think doctor, why don't you give us a roll? You know,
One
for
my
patching
roll,
up
2 for I
Charles.
know what I'm doing. 3
Yeah.
because I'm an expert.
Charles and Stewart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Charles in charge.
Okay. My number is 5. Now I didn't hit 5, but I hit 3 threes.
3 threes. That's amazing. Yeah. So you do it with
Whoa.
expert style. You
Boom,
don't
boom,
heal Shop because he's infected.
Oh, my.
But everyone else is doing well
Gross.
now.
Oh, but did
Thank you, young
I
lady.
get some? Maybe I'll wait a while because I'm sure I picked up some antibiotics at the med
That takes
center.
care of space rabies, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Space rabies.
Spray bees.
Wait, isn't decontamination like one of those like decontamination chambers
Yeah, they
that just like
sh-
sprays at you? It's like
They
a,
spray hot acid on you
so we're gonna
for
heal
4
Shop Steward
hours.
by giving him a decon,
Chemical bath.
Yeah.
So
sauna,
who heads to the
basically.
decon? Who heads to the refinery? Do you all head to the same place?
I want to go to the refinery.
Perfect.
I'll go to the refinery.
Too. Is somebody
Okay.
else
Thanks,
carrying
Dr.
one of these?
Richter.
There were 3 of them.
Oh,
No, I'm
I'll
not carrying
hold it, give it
No,
here.
nobody else?
Oh,
Okay, all right, well,
poor
there you go, Charles.
Pedarian.
So who's going to the decon?
Always remember you.
Well,
Who's going to the
my
refinery?
leg's infected,
Refinery.
so I'm going to decon.
Refinery.
Okay, there we go. So there's our party split.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
you head down to decon first. We got Beanie and the Doctor and Shop. I mean, that's a rap album right there.
I feel like Beanie the doctor.
Beanie Doctor and
Beanie and the
Shop.
Doctor and Shop.
I feel like Shop is sort of like so focused that the doctor's like wrapping his leg as Shop's walking.
What's
You know, you're like,
up?
oh, hold on,
Yeah.
hold
Sorry.
on.
Well,
hold
they're
on,
just,
hold
it's
on.
not a good time to stop, Doctor. It didn't look like we had the
I
right
understand, but
ingredient.
you know,
Oh my God, I love that. That's amazing.
Yeah, and you head to decon, and as you get there, yeah, you see there's chemical showers and storage lockers for the mining crew. But at this point, the energy core is sort of powered up, and you can see now that power is restored, these decon cycles can be passed through, and they sort of, they're like full healing. It's like that. Yeah, it's like that part in Half-Life, when you stand in those pools in Zen and you get
Okay.
the power
Bloop,
back.
bloop, bloop,
We all
bloop.
know that reference.
perfect,
Absolutely.
perfect. And of course, Dr. Richter knows exactly what these are. Perfect. We've got the decon here. Okay, Shop, please step into the decon and
I love the
Okay.
doctor.
make yourself disinfect yourself. Thank you.
Okay,
Now-
so do we leave the vac suit on or take it off or what?
You can leave it on. Your wounds are quite exposed. There's enough damage to your suit to allow the disinfectant to go in.
Great, I
But,
feel good about that.
If we want, maybe you remove your helmet. That might help a bit. Yep.
Oh,
and
okay,
you-
yeah.
And you, Benny, how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel absolutely fantastic.
Oh, good. Good.
How are you, Doctor?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Good.
Totally
That's
fine.
great.
Except,
I'm gonna open
you
up
know.
this here lock. Oh, something wrong?
well, no, not necessarily with me, but this place, it was abandoned. And
Yes.
I'm quite concerned why it was
Why?
abandoned.
Places get abandoned all the time in space.
Of course, if I
If they
focus
could
on
have turned a
something
profit
like
here, they would.
feelings,
They must have dug too deep. Something in the
Possibly.
mine. I'm glad nobody went down to the mine.
yeah,
Cut,
The
smash
mine-
cut to the refinery. So
calls the mines of
we
Gloria.
got Jensa, Pod, and Charles walking into the refinery, and you see here there's a sprawl of extensive piping woven between pieces of complex machinery. Immediately, the harsh smell of chemicals permeates. Even your suit ventilation from these large open vats. And you see there's a large hover sled with several barrels of refined fuel. With
Oh, I dropped the rat.
Cha-ching.
This is perfect. This is exactly what we need. All we have to do is bring back one or even as many as we can of these hover sleds, and then we should be ready to go. I don't see any issues with this whatsoever.
Yeah.
There's no danger. I'm sure.
Charles accidentally bumps into one, and it like wobbles.
Yeah, it wobbles.
yeah.
It wobbles for only a second, and I feel like Charles, maybe you turn around to address the other two, kind of giving like a long speech about the Germans, while this tentacle-like hand moves down silently behind you and goes to suck
But
the
I
back of your
must-
neck.
No!
Give us a I don't know, lasers. Yeah, it'll have to be a lasers, right? Give me a lasers roll.
I hope they take control of your body. I'm Charles.
I must say that in Germany, I got a 2, which is exactly the number I needed.
Nice. You can also
Whoa.
ask a question.
What's really going on here?
You can do
How
this meta if
old
it's
am I
easier.
again?
Okay. We'll say you're 70. You just read a lot and forget a lot.
Oh,
So like none of what you say is true.
70 is
You're
actually
just
really
making
young.
it up.
oh good.
You're just like not really, really old.
And then I have this moment
I
where
love
I'm
that
like,
there's a moment of
and then-
clarity
yeah.
where you really...
I have a moment where I'm like, wait, I'm only 70. I'm super young. And I dodge out of
Give me the rat! Give me the rat!
How am I doing?
And then you get to roll again, right? It doesn't succeed or fail when you hit your number.
That was your number?
2, yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
it's still a die succeeding. Is
No.
isn't it?
You can change your action if you want to, then roll again.
Oh, well, I've been doing that wrong. Either way, so now you can roll again. I guess you don't succeed, but you get. Do you want a better question then?
No,
I mean,
I'm
you
gonna-
can have that, but it's not going to aid. Like, I guess I get it now. So the idea is it could inform the way
Yeah.
you choose to roll.
Ah, I see.
Well, that means you have enough spryability, whatever the
Yeah,
word is, to take the
like
rat.
story-wise,
Brian,
that still
70-year-old.
happens. You still realize you're 70, but if you'd like to ask a question that might make you roll feelings over lasers or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
Something you're an
I
expert
did
in
dodge
versus
out of the
something
way.
You're not an expert in.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that, but but it doesn't succeed, so I have to roll
No.
something
No.
else. I see. Okay, I didn't.
What
dodge
I'm
out of
saying
the way.
is, though, but the question you ask, and Rob said it perfectly, you could ask a question that might give you a reason to roll something you're an expert in rather than just a straight up dexterity.
I see.
Or like, are you an
What?
expert in feelings or?
I am an expert in feelings, but what is the closest piece of fiction that I have read that this monster might give me some type of edge on?
That's good.
You immediately you have the vision of a 2000 Leagues Under the Sea you've read, and one of the early chapters talking about an anglerfish.
It's an anglerfish. Smash its light bulb. Does it have a light bulb?
Yeah, that's the thing that like came at you, sort of.
Oh, and it's got like a okay.
Light bulb
okay.
tentacle. Yikes.
And okay, I'm going to. But what do I know about that? How can I turn that into feeling? Basically, is what I what I want to know.
I mean, just
Instinct.
It's a
passionate
lure,
about
right?
it.
It's trying
It's
to
a
lure
lure.
something.
Can you lure
kind
it
of, yeah.
back?
Yeah.
You could
You
try to
shine
lure it
brighter.
back.
Like a diamond?
I mean, it could just be a pure instinct thing too, right? Like passion and
Oh.
like,
They hate light.
hey, there you are.
They hate light, right?
Yes.
That sounds
So
reasonable.
Charles reaches into his pocket. He pulls out a flashlight, and I'm gonna roll for. That'd be lasers, I imagine though.
I don't really know. Let's say you can roll feelings.
Okay.
We're trying to
Alright.
do the work. We're trying to get there. Let's make it happen.
I'm gonna shine a light on it, and maybe that'll make it weaker.
Because
I
of
don't
my
know why.
feeling the light in my brain of knowing that I'm actually 70.
Exactly.
I am awakened, therefore.
It all makes sense.
All right. How many die? Harlan?
Perfect.
So we're gonna do one for the challenge. We're gonna say one because you're using something, which I'm gonna call as prepared. And you're an expert in exploration, which doesn't really apply. So we'll say, we'll say two. We'll say two.
And with an alarming alacrity, Charles whips out this flashlight and shines it at the creature. And he got a 5 and a 6, which is both above his number.
Both fail. Well, that actually works out well
I
because
thought it was feeling. Never mind. We're not doing feeling.
yeah, no, you want to go under. We said we were gonna
Feel
do
is
feeling.
over.
So then, yeah, fair
Feels
enough.
over,
Okay.
feels over. I did the
Okay, well, then
thing.
it doesn't work out. Or it does work out, but it doesn't work out for me. But anyway, you spin around trying to shine the light. And in spinning around, sort of, using your emotions and your feelings to figure it out, you shine to realize that this tentacle, this light, is actually coming from farther down into the mine. So while your light doesn't work, the action of spinning around to try to shine a light on it does give you a moment reprieve before 2 more light tentacles come up around it. And all 3 of you are standing in this room. Meanwhile, I feel like it's a really boring scene where the 3 of you are like decontaminating, like just the most mundane scene.
So I think that's got it, right? It stings a little. Ooh.
Better do one more cycle, just in case.
It's good to apply it. I
okay.
think we should go and see what the others are up to because
Yeah. I'm
then
done
they
with
need
this. They can't get any better.
nominations as
Oh,
well.
I'll just wrap this leg up.
I
Give me a
wonder if
hand.
there's anything really. I'll help you with that.
I'm
but I wonder
picturing
if there's
Beanie
anything
like
in here.
toweling off all seductively.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Rippling
Beanie
muscles.
definitely took this moment to completely undress and get into one of the more normal showers, and is just super
It's really why it's
sudsy.
taking us so long. Is every
Yeah.
once in a while you hear like something from Beanie's direction, and all eyes are like, "Oh, what's that silhouette behind the shower curtain?"
Yep.
You look over and not only is he soapy, but he's put his hair into a big spiky, spiky mohawk.
The sexiest thing to do with your hair. While
Yeah, that's
showering.
right.
Yeah. In the future, you know.
According
it.
to Dr. Richter.
I'm trying to think of something out of the ordinary.
It's difficult, Alex, to
That's
be
space
so
sexy.
on all the time. But I do like the idea of him being
Dr.
behind the
Richter.
shower curtain. Him being
definitely
behind the shower curtain and constantly pulling
do
your
like that.
attention as you look over. I think there's something nice about Beanie just wanting to be his sex machine.
Yeah.
And as you do that, that's what I was trying to find.
Yes.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes.
And as you do that, you hear screaming from down the hall. And immediately, I picture the 3 of you pouring out of the refinery in one way or another, running for your life, followed by 3 tentacles. And as you see them sort of run down the hall, cross-section, 3 tentacles burst in the room on you 3 as well.
Whoa!
Can I be doing the supermarket sweep with my hover container full of
Yes.
fuel?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
like
you-
running,
where you're like-
pushing?
yes, 100%.
Oh, nice.
You're partying out of there like a badass. Going to the supermarket. You like see Pod like she's like drifting as you're like
Yeah,
going down
baby.
the hall. It's like, what the fuck? As these like things burst through the wall and start trying to attach themselves to you.
Yeah, I'm Tokyo drifting.
And you all start running,
Nice.
I'm assuming. I don't think there's like a rule for that.
No,
but
we just do it.
where do you
No.
go?
Airlock.
Yeah, we gotta go back.
We want to go back to one of the
But how are
many
you going to stop
primary...
this thing properly?
We have to stop it?
I don't think that's part of the deal. We just
I don't
need.
think that's part of the deal. I
We
don't
just
think
need
that's
gas,
our
and we got it.
I mean, we could try to cut off its arms in the airlock.
Oh, wait, I just had an idea, you guys.
There we go.
Why don't we use the bidet?
The bidet!
The bidet, and then say "benite" to it.
No. I need all of the round of applause for that.
Well done.
Erica.
It is difficult to naturally bring a bidet joke into a game, let alone a conversation, and you did it expertly, so well done.
Well done.
Yeah, you burst back through to the crew quarters as you're all running in these these tentacles are like running up the walls and like trying to chase you down. What do you all do?
I mean,
Charles is.
Are the three of us back with them?
Yeah, we're all
'Cause
together
I
again.
feel like
Yeah.
we come out of the airlock and we're like, so when you shower, you really want to make sure you get right in the cracks because at the end of
Dr.
the
Richter,
day,
there's 3 glowing tentacles chasing us too. Let's go.
And you
Yeah.
start running, yeah. So now you're all in the crew quarters. You sort of have a moment. What are you doing?
grab a hold of something.
Yeah, let's try and
Flush the
blast it back
toilet.
while we
Ew.
make some space for everybody to get a plan ready. That's my plan. I'm
I
gonna try
my
and-
my plan is get together with fucking who's the engineer? Beanie.
Yeah.
Beanie, can you figure out?
Beanie, quick! We need to be able to cut off these tentacles at the source. Can you override the safety mechanism on the airlock so that it will still close when there's something in the middle? We can chop these things off and then we can fucking book it.
Almost
Yeah.
certainly.
Cool.
You look great, by the way, and you smell so good. How are you doing that?
So
Thanks.
I think at the same time I saw Shop have sort of the same idea. So Shop, are you on like the airlock door to the crew quarters trying to
I
help?
think my,
or-
my plan was to try and like hold the tentacles off, keep them back to give them a little bit of space, fire some guns and stuff, just to try and give them enough
Yeah.
time.
I
So
like
maybe
that.
maybe that's just helping their role.
Yeah, but I like you doing it anyway. I like the idea
Yeah,
of you
okay.
just powering through.
Just lasers trying to keep them in the hallway so that when they're ready to close the doors, they haven't entered the door yet.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
you take a nice shot at them. Give me a roll.
Sure.
Pew pew.
I'm a hot shot.
Yeah, you
that's-
is.
I rolled a 1 and a 2. My number is 3.
Oh no!
That's perfect.
I think
Because you want to
yeah,
get
that's
under
good.
because
Yeah.
you're doing
Oh,
lasers.
that's good.
So, yeah.
That's fantastic. So you do it so well.
We're
Very
always
false
like,
positives and
oh,
false
damn.
negatives.
I Jay, we had to look at the thing.
Very rational. I've just sort of stopped and started firing lasers, and yeah, aim and shoot, duck behind
Do
the door
great.
as the light
Nice.
comes in.
Duck
yeah.
and weave.
Good ducking.
That's
Deep
great.
down, the creature's like angry. Meanwhile,
Get ready!
Beanie and
Padarian.
Padarian, you run
Yep.
to the core to sort of find a way to do it, or where were you going?
Wherever
just-
the best option is for the most
There was a computer at the front.
airlocks.
Yeah, the computer at the front.
Yeah.
The
Okay, yeah.
Macintosh 4.
Yeah, we go to the M4 and start punching away at the keyboard and disabling safety protocols and pulling up security cameras so we can watch whenever the tentacles fly in. We can just shut the door and then open it and shut it and just like
I'm tearing
Oh,
the
that's smart.
the holes off of the pieces of paper as
Yep.
it comes out of the printer.
yep.
Yeah. And with each
An important roll. Don't
Yeah.
discount
Give us
that
a roll. Give us a
I'm
roll.
folding it
Yeah.
first though, so that it all
Huh.
comes off in one.
Padarian,
Perfect,
Padarian arms themselves with
Missed that
those
paper.
strips of paper.
That's
as
right.
the tentacles come out.
As we've established,
cut the
paper
shit
cuts
out
are
of it.
very dangerous
It's
in
the
this.
sharpest thing in the world.
So
We set
dangerous.
these up like
So
if
I
you
guess
set
I'm
them up-
helping.
Yeah, so why
Yeah.
doesn't Beanie give me a
Oh
engineering roll because
my
you're
Yeah.
prepared and you're an
God.
expert, and
Charles,
that gives me
Charles is
3
helping as
plus.
well. He's looking
I
over his
love-
shoulder and saying, "Oh, make sure you open that program there, and use the make sure. Don't forget to press the Shift Alt Command Tab."
Wait, is that from?
Okay,
Is that from Jurassic Park?
Jurassic Park? No, I
Wanna
know
go
this.
under 2
I know
successes.
this. Yeah. That's the part.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Nice,
Oh.
2 successes. Yeah, you hear a door slam and a creature from deep within the planet or the asteroid bellow.
No.
But no, it's a good thing because you like heard it. It's like a herdy sound. You can
Oh,
tell the
it's like,
difference because you're good at feelings.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for a moment, all the airlock doors between you and the deeper part of the mine are locked. What do you do now?
Fuel up.
Yeah, we
Does
fucking
this-
run.
Does
back to the
this
ship.
have
Dip.
Pong on it?
Not now, Charles. We don't have time.
Bring the computer.
All right, I pull the computer out of the wall.
Yeah, just like rips the cord. It'll
He
never
won't
work
shut
again,
up.
but you're great.
I know that if we don't bring it, he's gonna be talking about it for 80 more
be trouble.
years.
It's true.
So we're taking the hover sled
With
over
all the
to-
fuel
Yeah.
and the computer.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
push it.
As you burst through the doors that lead back to the primary hub, to the docking bay, the tentacles break out through the wall behind you. Shop spins around and fires his pulsing gun at it a few more times, bringing it back. Jensa unloads with her pulse rifle as Charles sort of meanders slowly. Beanie jumps into the ship and fires up the backdrop as
Meanwhile-
Padarian sort of... The doctor helps Padarian, who's been wounded by the tentacle, and
I
you
was gonna
all get
say,
on the
meanwhile,
ship.
meanwhile,
Oh, yeah,
the
go ahead.
tentacles get caught in the paper cut trap. That
They all start screaming. You hear from the Dello in the ship, and then the spaceship takes off and fires up into space.
Padarian's the only one impacted by the G's.
Hold on. There's
And
an
with
epilogue,
that-
though.
Yeah, there's an epilogue. Go ahead.
Oh wait, go ahead, Harlan. There's
No, I
this
was
is
just
the
good.
epilogue.
You do the epilogue. It's fine.
Okay, all right. Charles has fallen asleep on the couch and is snoring soundly in front of his new favorite toy, the Macintosh 4, that has Pong on it for some reason, and it's paused
Space Pong.
on a screen that says Visicorp Top Secrets. And it's blinking.
We'll get those bastards next time. On
Oh,
Lasers and
great
Feelings.
job,
Anyone
everyone!
And
should play-
probably the
keep
captain survives. And
Keep
Yeah,
the
he's,
credits
uh,
music going.
Okay, we got it.
I already
Keep the
turned it
credit
off.
music going. Oh,
I'm
okay.
dead to
you
in my
can-
head.
You can have this
Yeah,
one.
I can hear
That
it.
shit slaps.
It's a good song, right?
It's pretty good.
Wonderful.
Is that something
what is
Justin
this?
wrote? Oh,
No.
No, this I used for
This is super.
S5B. Erica recognizes it.
Oh yeah, I thought it's awesome. I love it. Hammer chaining down.
Yeah,
man.
Hammer Chain.
Blue.
Padarian. And then you do like a pose, and it's like a stupid.
This is a good one too.
Yeah. What's
Joe Mauer.
everyone's like credit
Freeze frame?
Yeah.
Padarian's like,
Nice.
Wait, do it again.
I like
Yeah.
the other one. Do the other one.
That's actually really good.
Yeah, I think there's a back-to-back, like,
yeah.
don't
But
worry.
the height difference is not accounted for at all.
Oh no, of course not.
What are you doing?
Applying a band-aid. The sexy engineer.
I scooped the third rat.
Yeah.
Nice. Great job, everyone. That was a blast.
Yay.
That was a blast.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Lasers and Feelings, sort of. Who knows? This is INVICTUSCON 2022.
They were lazy.
In about 10 minutes, we're going to be doing a Patreon 25 plus cocktail hour. Come and hang out with us. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we got an actual play podcast panel. Check it out. Then right after, we got the game starting at 3 o'clock. We got the artist panel at 7 o'clock. We got the horror podcast panel. It is going to be an absolute blast. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. And as always, we will, everybody together now, see you around the table. Bye.